If you only got $100 in your wallet right now, this is honestly the safest method slash strategy to trade meme coins right now. Forget about the new pairs, forget about trying your luck on some random coin, hoping it's the next 10x. This is the exact strategy I've used for most of my meme coin trading journey and still using it now, by the way. And if I had to start over with just $100 today, which I'm actually gonna do, it's the same strategy I will be using. If you're looking for a lower risk way to trade meme coins, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Okay, straight up, let's start from the basics. You got $100 in your wallet. Not a lot of money, but we can still work with that. The very first rule is the simplest of them all: never risk it all on a single trade. While it's pretty simple, new traders are still throwing in their whole balance into a single coin, get dumped on, and after a few seconds they've lost like 50% of their whole balance or even more. All because they are not satisfied enough trading with lower amounts. Been there, done that. And the craziest thing is they risk their whole balance trading new pairs, hoping to catch a 5x, 10x trade. But how many trades are you gonna lose in the process until you really catch that 5x, 10x trade? Basically what I'm trying to say is you're gonna lose a lot more money before you catch one of those lucky trades, and when you finally do, that profit probably won't even cover your losses. So at that point you're not really trading, you're just gambling, right? What you should do instead is decrease your position size to around $30 per trade, for example. And by the way, this mainly applies if you're starting with a small balance, in this case $100. If you have a larger capital, of course you can increase your position size accordingly. The point isn't to turn that into thousands overnight. The point is to protect your money so you can keep taking good trades instead of putting all your hope into one random new pair. On the other hand, when you trade with only $30 per trade, you're able to take multiple trades without risking your entire balance, and it gives you room for plenty of losing trades if you catch a losing streak. So for example, if you take a trade with $30 and it ends up going down, you sell for a 50% loss and lose only $15. So basically what I'm trying to say is risk management gives you the opportunity to survive in the trenches as long as possible, and that's exactly what you need, especially with only a $100 balance, because there will be losses. Now, surviving is only half of it, the other half is actually finding good coins, because if you're still throwing $30 into random new pairs all day long, you're still relying on luck. So let me show you the trading approach I've been using instead. So the goal with this method is to trade fewer but higher quality coins instead of hundreds of random slop coins. And once you understand that, the next question becomes, what are we actually buying then? So one of the biggest mistakes traders make is they straight up start throwing money in new pairs, hoping for a quick profit or hoping to catch that main runner, because they've seen those crazy P&L edits on X and they try to mimic that. Of course, out of 50 trades a day, maybe you will catch a runner, but again, how much you're gonna lose until you really manage to catch that runner? And when you actually do, most likely you're gonna G'd out too early after finally seeing green P&L just to cover some losses you already had that day. I suggest you to try completely different trading approach. Turn off new pair section and pay attention to coins that are at least above 100k market cap. The reason for this is simple. Coins that have already reached 100k, 500k, or even in the best case scenario 1 mil market cap and are still alive have already survived the initial wave of selling. That alone tells you there's some level of demand, attention, or conviction behind them. That's a completely different game compared to new pairs where you're basically just betting on randomness, right? From now on, everything that's below that is just noise. Let me show you my current settings. First, you can click on customize, layout, and then just hide new pair section right here. Just hide it. You can for sure hide about to migrate section too, but I just feel like I want to see what is about to migrate, but that's about it. For about to migrate section, I have age 20 minutes, 15k market cap, 15k volume, and at least 1 solemn fees. Pretty basic. For migrated section, I have only minimum market cap 100k and at least 5 solemn fees. All these filters and settings you can adjust on GMGN. You can sign up and use GMGN using my link in description. That's my affiliate link. I would really appreciate that. And just to be clear, these filters don't find winners. They just remove the garbage. You still have to decide what actually has potential and what doesn't. We have plenty of coins sitting there for days, weeks, even months, still moving, still doing numbers. You have to go through some of them and see if the team is still working on the tech, or if the community is still being active with creating memes and creating content around the coin. Now, even though I have a filter minimum 100k market cap, that doesn't mean I'm gonna buy every coin above 100k. You're still gonna see some tweet plays here and there without any future potential becoming something more than just a quick tweet play. I'm more into coins above 500k, but in the best case scenario above 1 mil market cap. What I like to do is just go through all of these coins that are still holding some decent market cap. If after several hours, days or weeks you still see a coin here in the migrated section or here in the trending page, it means there's something about it, right? People refuse to sell, people are trading it, there's volume, people have conviction in them. And yeah, you can also adjust filters here for the trending page like this. I have minimum liquidity 50k, market cap 100k, and total fees at least 5 sol. Now let me show you a real example. This coin right now is over a month old, right? So before it blew up, Kintara was trending all the time here in the trending page. That's why I really suggest you to keep this page open all the time. So the first initial hype and all-time high was around 2.8 mil. Now, it doesn't mean you should blast in at the Pico top. First, you gotta check the X profile, website, in this case it's a pay to earn game, and just by doing some quick analysis, very simple and easy analysis, you would have known this has a real potential to do some very good numbers. Now, after first initial all-time high, there almost always comes some kind of a pullback because people are taking profits. That's normal. I myself, I usually wait for at least 50% retracement. That's the range I start dollar cost averaging. In this example, Kintara dropped around 80%, and how conveniently it dropped right down to this level right here. We don't usually do technical analysis on meme coins, but this was a very clean setup. It's almost wrong to stay sidelined, right? So if you decide that this is the coin you want to buy and hold, and I mean really hold, then you can see yourself how beautiful this played out. I actually bought Kintara with size at around 10 mil market cap after it retraced over 40%, and it was a beautiful 2x trade right here. Beautiful chart paired with active dev and community for me is really strong green light. And look at it now, it dropped 60% from the all-time highs and is now up over 60%. That's another opportunity here. And by the way, this is not financial advice, it's just me showing an example because I traded this coin myself. Now, this is a high cap coin. Buying something like this instead of drilling new pairs all day long increases your chance to actually grow your soul balance and develop your meme coin market intuition. As you can see, we have top conviction traders buying this coin at around 1 mil and even 2.5 mil market cap. So this already tells you that we can still trade high cap meme coins and still make some really good profits. And we have a lot more high cap coins like this. For example, Frag, another pay to earn game still holding strong, Joshua, Triple T, Troll, and more. Chasing new pairs for me is too risky, especially now that there's so many vamps and so much indecision when the coin spawns. There are skilled traders fighting each other and draining coins left and right from the moment the coin launches, which means a big chunk of supply is being held by the very first snipers usually. Let them fight, let the vamps disappear, and once the market has decided which coin is worth comfortably buying and holding, then we act. So the whole point is, if you're still losing money all day, every day on new pairs, just change your approach and start looking for high cap plays instead. Now, when it comes to taking profits, I already know it sounds stupid taking 2x profit with only a $30 position size. That's like only $60, but the point isn't about the money, it's about building the habit of not round tripping your winning trades, right? So because if you don't take profits early, what happens is simple. You will sit through the entire move, watch it go up, come back down, and end up with nothing. And that's how people stay broke in meme coins, even when they call winners, you know. You can keep it simple. If the coin does 150 to 200% from your entry, take out 50% and let the rest ride. Worst case that can happen is the trade goes to zero after that, but you still end up with a little profit or at least break even. Best case, the coin keeps pushing up and does 3x, 5x or 10x and you actually profit from it. And that's just a basic strategy. You can adjust it to your liking, like selling for example 30% once it hits 2x or 3x and then hold the rest to sell higher. Go with what feels right for you. No one can perfectly time the top or the bottom, but at least you can minimize the risk of round tripping everything or even losing it all. So yeah, that's basically the whole idea. There's a lot of different ways to trade meme coins. Some people scalp new pairs, some people trade volume, some people do completely different things. It all works for different type of traders. But for me, especially starting with small wallet, the focus has always been the same. Reduce randomness, manage risk, and only take setups that actually make sense instead of reacting to every new pair, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not about being in every trade, it's about staying in the game long enough until you really hit that life-changing trade. That's it for this one. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a like and sub, and leave a comment on what strategy you're using right now to trade meme coins. I'm actually curious. See you in the next video.